And Kalonzo Musyoka will not be bought, because Kalonzo Musyoka is determined to send Ruto home in 2027. And Kalonzo knows he has that chance. In fact, the easiest president to defeat in our history right now as we speak is Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Because William Samoei Ruto is an enemy of himself. William Samoei Ruto ni enemy kivyake, yani ni adui kivyake. So he is the easiest to defeat. Na Kalonzo atashinda Ruto 2027. If the united opposition will rally behind Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, they will defeat Ruto in 2027. That is a matter of fact. It is a statement of fact. It is not debatable. Kalonzo will defeat Ruto in 2027. And Ruto knows that. Ruto anataka watu kama Matiang'i. He is dying to have somebody like Matiang'i as the candidate of the opposition. Ruto is dying to have somebody like Maraga or the others. But ile kadi Ruto anaogopa, ile kadi Ruto inafanya anakuwa na sleepless nights, it is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Because why does Ruto fear Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Because Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, it is not easy to fight him. He has no scandals in his closet. Hakuna scandals utampika nazo. Watu wengi wanasema Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka ni maskini hana pesa. Ni maskini hana pesa. That is a statement of fact and it is. Anataka kusema hivi. Tumeona Kalonzo amekataza Ruto kwamba yeye hawezi nunuliwa kama Gideon. Kalonzo amesema hawezi nunuliwa kama Gideon. Na miaka mingi watu walikuwa wanasema Kalonzo ni watermelon. Kalonzo ni mtu wa kununua. Sasa wale watu walikuwa wanasema Kalonzo ni watermelon, Kalonzo ni mtu wa kununuliwa, hao ndio wananunuliwa. Na Kalonzo saa hizi amesema he is priceless. Ruto ametumia Kalonzo watu wakauliza Kalonzo, what is your price? Kalonzo akawaambia, I am priceless. I will not be bought. I am not Gideon Moi. I can't be bought. Saa hizi the most expensive politician in Kenya right now, it is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. That is the most expensive politician in Kenya right now. Wengine wote ni cheap. Wale Ruto ameshanunua wote they are cheap. Kalonzo saa hizi is the most expensive politician in Kenya. Na Ruto alinunua Raila, akafikiri Raila atamsaidia, it has not worked. Amenunua akaita Uhuru, wakaongea naye shauri, it didn't work. Ameleta Gideon, it is not working. Ruto anatafuta tu mtu anaitwa Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And Kalonzo Musyoka will not be bought. Because Kalonzo Musyoka is determined to send Ruto home in 2027. And Kalonzo knows he has that chance. In fact, the easiest president to defeat in our history right now as we speak is Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Because William Samoei Ruto is an enemy of himself. William Samoei Ruto ni enemy kivyake, yani ni adui kivyake. So he is the easiest to defeat. Na Kalonzo atashinda Ruto 2027. If the united opposition will rally behind Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, they will defeat Ruto in 2027. That is a matter of fact. It is a statement of fact. It is not debatable. Kalonzo will defeat Ruto in 2027. And Ruto knows that. Ruto anataka watu kama Matiang'i. He is dying to have somebody like Matiang'i as the candidate of the opposition. Ruto is dying to have somebody like Maraga or the others. But ile kadi Ruto anaogopa, ile kadi Ruto inafanya anakuwa na sleepless nights, it is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Because why does Ruto fear Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Because Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, it is not easy to fight him. He has no scandals in his closet. Hakuna scandals utampika nazo. Watu wengi wanasema Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka ni maskini hana pesa. Ni maskini hana pesa. That is a statement of fact and it is true. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka hana pesa. Ni kwa nini? Na yeye amekuwa kwa serikali miaka mingi. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka does not know how to steal. He doesn't know how to steal. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka hajui kuimba na hakuibia Wakenya wakati alikuwa katika serikali ya Moi, serikali ya Kibaki. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka hakuibia Wakenya. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka does not take a leadership opportunity as a chance to loot public resources. That is why people say Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka hana pesa. That is very true. It is a statement of fact.
Now, Mheshimiwa Kiberenge, I have a question.
Yes.
Over the weekend on Friday, the Wiper Party and the National Delegate Convention of the Day,
Yes.
a number of people told that that was an announcement of Kalonzo Musyoka's possible presidential bid. What is your take on all the opposition leaders on that day coming together to rally behind Kalonzo? Because in the past, we have seen a certain division that has been created in the opposition. But with Kalonzo Musyoka's NDC, we saw him act as a unification.
Yes.
I mean, what is your take in regards to that now? And would you tell every Kenyan right now to rally behind Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka?
Yes, during the Wiper NDC, we saw all opposition leaders, including Matiang'i. They came to stand in solidarity with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka during the Wiper NDC. And that was a statement that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has got the high chances of being the compromise candidate for the united opposition. Because among all these individuals, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is the most experienced. He is the most experienced. And Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a diplomat. He knows. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has got experience even in coalition building. That is why you saw all those politicians coming to rally behind Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka in that NDC, National Delegates Conference. And another thing is that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka does not have a vengeance. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is not vengeful, and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is not combative and aggressive. He is a very sober mind, a humble person. And given that we have come from a very bad period of bloodshedding in this country, we need somebody to calm down this country. And that person is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So it is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. It is our prayer as Kenyans, and we know it will happen, that all opposition leaders must give us Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as the compromise opposition presidential candidate.
Let me ask you, you have given us Kalonzo Musyoka as your preferable presidential candidate.
Yes.
Who should be running it, and which combination do you see its seat actually to take William Ruto home very fast if he is brought in as the running mate in the 2027?
The best combination to send Ruto home very early is to have Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as the presidential candidate with a running mate from Western. That is the best combination. I know they may even want to have a running mate from Kisii, for example, Matiang'i. That is also good because Kenyans are ready to send Ruto home. But the best combination in order to lock the western region of Kenya, the best combination is to have Kalonzo Musyoka as the presidential candidate and a running mate from western. That one will send Ruto home very early. And that is what Ruto is fearing right now. Yes.
In addition to coalition and coalition, You have touched on the issue of Gideon Moi joining the election.
Yes.
We have intel that Gideon Moi is going to be made the assistant prime minister, or the deputy prime minister in Musalia. I mean, what is your take, and how does this affect the relevance of Musalia Mudavadi, this current Kenya Kwanza government, the relevance of one Moses Wetangula and Raila Amolo Odinga in this current process?
I think the coming in of Gideon Moi, to me, it's going to make the other principles like Musalia and Wetangula irrelevant. Yeah, because you see, Gideon Moi is coming in as a I think Ruto getting in Gideon Moi has been very hard. I believe so because it has taken 3 years for Ruto to bring in Gideon Moi. It means it has been hard. So and Gideon Moi is somebody who is moneyed. He has got a lot of money. So Ruto believes it is somebody like Gideon who will help him more than Musalia Mudavadi and the and the and Wetangula. And also to add on that, it is being said within some circles that it was Uhuru's wish if Raila has taken over the presidency. It was Uhuru's plan that Gideon was going to succeed Raila. Now, when that failed and Raila did not get the presidency, Uhuru started working on a new plan with the Gideon being the end goal on the presidency. So, Uhuru, when he invited Ruto at Shaweri, they made a deal. They made a deal that, among other things, that Ruto should agree to have Gideon as his successor when Ruto leaves the presidency. So the end goal here is to have Ruto, to have Gideon as a president, succeeding Dr. William Samoei Ruto. And the reason is that the people we call the dynasties fear that their interests are threatened, and they want somebody who can protect their interests. And it can only be one of their own, a dynasty like themselves, who can protect their interests. And that dynasty, they feel it is Gideon Moi. And this is an agreement between Raila Amolo Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta, and William Ruto, that Gideon Moi will later come to succeed Dr. William Samoei Ruto. That is why Gideon Moi has been brought in so that they may start preparing to succeed Dr. William Samoei Ruto.
Your final statement to the normal one.
Yes.
On the unification, on the uniting of dynasty against the normal one. What would you tell the board who is going to take
What I would like to say is this. It is our prayer as citizens of this country, the suffering majority, that these dynasties must unite in one corner. We don't want them scattered. And Ruto is doing a good thing. Let Ruto gather all of them in one corner. We want to defeat all of them at once so that tunataka tumalizane na hao wote mara moja. Hatutaki dynasty mwingine akuwe huku, mwingine atatudanganya huku. Let Ruto gather all of them in one corner so that we can send them all home, including Ruto, so that he can go with all the dynasties. And me, I feel it could also be that Ruto knows that he's going down and he doesn't want to go down alone. He wants to go with the dynasties, probably. So that is my thinking. That let him gather all of them together so that we send all of them home at once in one fell swoop. Yes.